Hello everyone and welcome to 30 Days of Java. It's day 14 now and today we'll be discussing about interfaces in Java. Our agenda for this video would be to first understand what an interface is. Then we'll take a look at how it resolves the diamond problem in Java. So let's begin. An interface is a reference type that can contain only constants, method signatures, default methods, static methods, and nested types such as classes and interfaces. In simpler terms, think of an interface in Java as a rulebook or contract. It lays out what method a class should have without providing the actual implementation of those methods. Any class that claims to follow this rulebook, that is, implements the interface, must provide implementation for all the methods mentioned in the rulebook. The basic syntax of creating an interface is that it starts with an interface keyword, followed by the interface name. Inside the curly braces, you list all the tasks that needs to be done. For implementing an interface in class, we use implements keyword, followed by interface name. Let's do a quick recap on diamond problem. Java doesn't support multiple inheritance because of problems with ambiguity. As shown here, both dog and cat class has a method named makeNoise, and if we try to inherit both of them under that class, then it wouldn't know which method it needs to inherit. Java doesn't allow inheriting multiple classes, but it does allow implementing multiple interfaces. A class can implement multiple interfaces, each of which can declare methods. However, since interfaces cannot contain method implementation, there is no ambiguity in method resolution. Java 8 introduced default methods in interfaces, allowing them to provide method implementation. If a class implements multiple interfaces that have default methods with the same signature, the class must provide an implementation for that method, resolving any ambiguity. By requiring implementing classes to provide an implementation for conflicting default methods, Java ensures that there is no ambiguity in method resolution, effectively resolving the diamond problem. Let's now start with creating a new interface in our project. We'll go to src folder, right click, then new, and then Java class. We'll name this interface as dog interface, and then instead of selecting class, we'll select interface. As you can see here, we are using interface instead of class keyword. So this interface will require one method, that is void makeSound. Now, an interface by itself is not of much use. You can't create an object using an interface. Always remember that only a class can instantiate an object, not an interface. So we'll need to create a class that would be implementing this interface. So we'll create another class named dog. And now this class would be implementing the dog interface that we just created. Now as you can see here, it's showing me an error at line number 1. Let's hover over it. So it's saying class dog must either be declared abstract or implement abstract method makeSound in dog interface. So as I have already mentioned, an interface is like a contract. When we created the dog interface, we mentioned that whatever class that is implementing this interface would have to define this method named makeSound. So if you hover over it and then click on implement methods, it would ask you which methods do you want to implement. So we'll be implementing all of them. And it just override the interface method. Now we can give it a definition. Let's just give it the definition saying woof woof. Now if I create an object of dog class in our main method, we'll type in dog equals to new dog and then dog.makeSound and run this program. It would print out woof woof. Now if I try to create an object using an interface, and type in dog interface dog1 equal to new dog interface, it would throw an error. Why? Because we are trying to instantiate an interface that is not possible. Now let's see how an interface resolves the diamond problem. So right now I have an interface, dog interface, which has a method make sound. I'll create another interface and name it cat interface. Now this interface would also have one method named void make sound, which is same to what we have defined in the dog interface. So now we'll create another class and let's name this class as dat, that is a hybrid of dog and cat. Now I can implement multiple interfaces in my class dat by typing implements dog interface comma cat interface. Now for now it's showing me an error. Let's hover over it and see the error message. It's again asking me to define the make sound method. So I'll just click on implement methods and it overrided the method in our dat class. Now since both dog interface and cat interface don't have any definition for method make sound, it doesn't create any ambiguity in dat class. So I can type in whatever hello world and it wouldn't create any problem. I can use this in my main program by typing in dat equal to new dat then dat dot make sound. If I run this program, it says hello world in the second line. That is what we expected. Now since Java 8, another concept of default methods was introduced in interfaces. So I can create a default implementation for this make sound method in my interface by typing in default void make sound and then give it a definition that says interface, and my cat class I'll do the same thing. Type in, or let's just copy the dog interface one. And I'll type in meow by interface. Now in my dat class, if I remove this method for now, now we can see there is an error that says dat inherits unrelated default methods for make sound from types dog interface and cat interface. If I implement methods now and click on OK, it's already implementing a default definition of the method make sound that is from dog interface. I can also use the cat interface here as well. Cat interface super dot make sound, which would pull the cat interface make sound definition. If I run this program now, you can see it picked up woof by interface, that is the output from dog interface, and meow by interface, that is the output from cat interface. This is how diamond problem is resolved by the use of interface in Java. As always, we'll end this video with a quote that says, "It's not dying that frightens us, it's living without ever having done our best." Thank you for watching and have a great day.